It was a foggy autumn night at Lake Hollow, a place locals avoided, especially after dusk. The mist clung to the water like a shroud, and the air was thick with the scent of damp earth. A lone fisherman, named Tom, decided to brave the eerie silence, thinking he'd get in a few quiet hours on the water. The fog made everything seem muffled, as though the world was holding its breath. Tom cast his line into the still lake, the only sound the gentle lapping of water against the boat. But soon, something else pierced the silence, a faint, heart-wrenching cry. A baby's cry. Tom froze, his heart pounding. The sound was distant but clear, and it sent a chill through his spine. He looked around, his eyes scanning the fog. The cry came again, this time closer, so close he could almost feel the despair in it. A small voice wailing in the night, lost and alone. The unsettling part was that no one else seemed to notice. He'd heard the rumors about the lake, whispers of a tragedy from decades ago. A family that drowned in the waters on a night just like this. Their infant son never found. Yet, as the cries echoed again, sharper this time, he knew something was wrong. He pulled in his line, adrenaline flooding his body. The crying sounded desperate now, as if it were right behind him. He turned swiftly, scanning the thickening fog. But all he saw was white mist rolling across the surface of the water. The wail of the baby. His hands trembled as he rowed towards the sound, his heart thundering in his chest. It was then that he noticed something he hadn't before: his reflection in the water. But it wasn't just him. There, just below the surface, was the face of a small child, staring up at him. Its eyes were wide, unblinking, filled with a sorrow too deep for any living being. As if something below was reaching up, the cries grew louder, now accompanied by soft laughter that seemed to swirl in the fog around him. Coming from all directions, Tom's boat rocked violently. He scrambled to row back, desperate to escape, but the fog pressed in around him, closing in like a living thing, cutting through the fog before falling silent. When the morning came, the fog had dissipated, and the lake was calm. The only trace left of Tom was his boat, adrift in the center of the lake. His fishing rod was still in place, but Tom was never seen again. To this day, on quiet, foggy nights, if you're near Lake Hollow, and if you listen closely, you might realize it's only one person who can hear it, the one who is meant to.